These episodes were neatly tucked away in Bill's storage system. I'm Ashley with WatchMojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 banned Pokemon episodes. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we'll be going over the episodes of the Pokemon anime that were banned, delayed, or removed from being broadcast temporarily. Number 10, œRocketdan vs Plasmadan. Fans of the game series may have noticed that in the anime, Team Plasma resembles their appearance and intentions from Pokemon Black 2 and White 2, rather than the original Black and White. However, this wasn't always the plan.
I'll bet those guys are from Team Plasma. Perceptive.
A two-parter featuring Team Plasma with their original costume designs and mission statements would see them facing off against Team Rocket over possession of Meteorite, a powerful substance Rocket had been pursuing for several episodes prior.
Meteorite.
This dual-episode story would have been the conclusion to that arc. Unfortunately, the Tohoku earthquake/tsunami and the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear catastrophe happened shortly before they were due to air, which put the episodes on hold indefinitely, and they still have yet to air as of 2019. Number 9, an undersea place to call home.
Pikachu, are you okay?
Ash and company encounter a pair of undersea archaeologists in search of a sunken luxury cruise ship.
Apparently, there's a sunken ship called the Cussler somewhere in the vicinity.
That sounds familiar.
While investigating the wreck, they find that the ship has become a habitat for many water Pokemon, and they also face off against Team Rocket, who were after any sunken treasure that might be left behind.
Lindsay, look out! It's so close!
Don't worry, I'll handle things.
The episode was delayed due to being set to air shortly after the South Korean ferry, the MV Sewol, sank in real life, claiming the lives of hundreds, including many children. Naturally, the studio wanted to avoid bringing up thoughts of the disaster so soon after it had occurred.
Great, that should prevent any more water from flooding the ship. The structure should stop collapsing too.
All right!
Number 8, Shaking Island Battle, Barboach vs Whiscash. In this episode, the heroes become caught in an earthquake caused by the Pokemon Whiscash while visiting Johto Island on their way to the next gym. This is another example of an episode that was banned due to its proximity to a disaster. In this case, the deadly Chuitsu earthquakes of 2004. Not only has the episode never aired anywhere, but the event also influenced Pokemon moves like Earthquake, Fissure, and Magnitude to never be used again in the anime, likely to avoid any further possible insensitivity given that Japan has frequent seismic activity. Number 7, Challenge of the Samurai.
I advise you to refrain from further shrieking while passing through this forest, unless your goal is to attract a horde of Beedrills.
The Pokemon anime didn't take long to receive a banned episode, with this, its 4th episode being banned in South Korea.
Greetings, O Shrieking Maiden. Are you by chance the Pokemon trainer who comes from Pallet?
The story sees Ash encounter a bug catcher trainer dressed as a samurai, while also fending off a horde of Beedrill and, of course, Team Rocket. The reason for the ban has to do with Korean and Japanese relations, which have been historically poor, to put it mildly.
That sword doesn't scare me. There's no way you're stealing my Pokemon.
The acts committed by the Japanese in Korea have caused South Korea to censor or ban properties with overt references to Japanese culture from appearing in their media or products. And while the samurai trainer may seem inoffensive from other cultures' perspectives, to South Korea, his mere presence sparks controversy.
That was close.
Number 6, Tentacool and Tentacruel.
I don't understand why you can't see their charm. Water Pokemon are so beautiful and have such depth.
While visiting a port city, Ash and the gang meet a wealthy real estate developer who offers them a reward to exterminate the jellyfish Pokemon Tentacool that are living in the coral reef that she wants to build on.
They're disgusting! You can't even eat them, and they're hurting my profits!
Although Misty convinces Ash and Brock not to help, Team Rocket has no such conscience. Unfortunately, their efforts lead them to creating a giant Tentacruel, which wreaks havoc on the city.
Pikachu, do something!
The widespread destruction of buildings led US broadcasters to pull the episode from reruns following the September 11th terrorist attacks, along with episodes like the Tower of Terror, whose title also brought to mind the Twin Towers.
The Tower of Terror!
Number 5, the Jynx Episodes. While on the surface, these 3 episodes appear to have little in common, other than taking place during the original anime series, all of them share one thing in common that resulted in their removal from later reruns and appearing on Netflix: their depiction of Jynx. The original design for the Pokemon features it with black skin and large lips, which has drawn comparisons to the racist practice of blackface.
Look, James! It's a Jynx!
You don't see one of those every day.
Jynx would eventually return to the series later down the line with its new purple redesign.
Check out that beautiful hair and those soft eyes and its cute lips!
Number 4, Satoshi and Nagetukesaru, Touchdown of Friendship.
お前たちの仲間が
Jynx wasn't the only part of Pokémon to get the series accused of blackface. One of the most recent banned episodes of the series sees Ash try to mediate the conflict between 2 groups of territorial ape Pokémon called Persimmon.
なんとかならないかな
In order to better understand the Pokémon, Ash begins acting like them. To further ingratiate him to the creatures, his friends make him a Persimmon costume, complete with makeup.
わあすげえこれ投げつけされじゃん
Unfortunately, the Pokémon Company decided that this could be interpreted the wrong way, and the episode was skipped entirely in its international release.
何この感じ
Number 3, The Legend of Mini Rio.
もう後がないわよ
As far as plot importance, this is one of the biggest Pokémon episodes to be banned. Ash and his friends visit the Safari Zone in the hopes of catching rare Pokémon, including the titular rare dragon type, Dratini. The Dratini is sought by the Safari Zone's elderly warden, an old friend of Professor Oak's. The reason for the ban, which occurred pretty much everywhere outside of Asia, was for the excessive use of guns.
ルールを守らんときはわしのサンダーボルトが火を吹くぞ。
サンダーボルトってあ、わかりました
The warden is rather trigger happy and points it at the children and even shoots at Team Rocket. The Legend of Mini Rio is Ash's only visit to the Safari Zone in the Kanto region, and it explains where he got his Tauros herd that appears later, leaving many viewers scratching their heads.
まあいろいろとね
Number 2, Beauty and the Beach.
You were the one who told me to come on board.
Only after I saw Brock get on
Hey, wait a second. I was only following Pikachu.
It seems like every anime has a beach episode, and Pokémon is no exception. A trip to an island resort sees Ash and the gang in a competition with Team Rocket to help competing restaurant owners.
I'd like to enter the beauty contest.
You should, Misty. There are cash prizes for both the beauty and the costume contests.
Well, our money worries are over
The primary source of controversy for the episode is a portion that sees Team Rocket's James dress as a woman, complete with fake, inflatable breasts. The overt sexuality displayed by James during this episode, and the fact that anything to do with cross-dressing was much more controversial a few decades ago, is why Beauty and the Beach was banned. An edited version with James's portions removed was eventually aired, though it was never released on home video formats, at least in the US.
With a build-up like that, none of the judges will give me a second look.
Number 1. Electric Soldier Porygon.
あの機械で立体的な映像を空中に映し出しているんだ。バレてしまったか。
You all knew this one was coming.
それはこの天才秋葉原博士が作り出した CG ポケモンポリゴンの初号機だ。
CG Pokémon Porygon?
Arguably the most infamous episode of Pokémon and anime in general, Electric Soldier Porygon sees Team Rocket disrupting the Pokémon transfer system using a stolen artificial Pokémon, Porygon, with Ash and company entering the system to battle them. The controversy in this case doesn't derive from the content of the episode's story, but rather its animation. One attack by Pikachu creates an explosion with a strobe effect, which resulted in 700 people, young and old, having epileptic seizures, vomiting, and other ill effects in Japan. The episode's effects were so dramatic that it changed Japanese animation practices, which now contain disclaimers and have their lighting effects altered before broadcast, and the show was taken off the air for 4 months.
ありがとう、Porygon!
おかげで助かったよ。
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.